I welcome everyone. Hi, Andrea.
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Hi, Andrea.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hi, Helen. Hi, Rebecca. I'm going to just be in the background till I'm needed, so.
Yes.
That's fine. Excellent. Hello, Farouk. And hello, John.
Hello.
Hello, John. Hello, Farouk. Hello, Mark. Hello, Mark. Hi. Okay, thank you very much. So I believe basically we can start now officially. So first of all, welcome everyone to this launch and induction webinar for British Institute of Postgraduate Education. This institution, it takes its pride that it is basically established by academics, and hopefully it will keep its the utmost credibility, because as academics, obviously we are looking for always that highest of the standards as far as all our graduates are concerned. So obviously welcome once again. And this is the agenda for today's webinar. I'll be doing some introduction about the organization. Then I'll have the NCC representative, then Cardiff Metropolitan University. Then we'll have meet the faculty, and then I will explain the process of registration. And there is going to be an orientation session before we close. So without taking too much time, I would like to begin. As far as this organization is concerned, I am the co-founder and CEO of BIPE Consulting Limited, and its trading name is British Institute of Postgraduate Education. We are based in South Wales in United Kingdom. I had basically a vision over a couple of years to have an institution where I could propagate qualifications and education that that can be accessible to people around the globe that they are not able to because of their professional life, because of their own commitments. So I'm here. It's an effort to take this business through this consultancy to those people who are not able to come to UK because of their work-life commitment. So basically, it's an effort to empower professionals and people who have their own businesses to achieve their business excellence, and obviously promoting education and training. And because basically all of the academic team and the institution are not just academics, they have a lot of experience of the industry. So it's, so the aim of this organization through basically our diploma is to bridge the gap between the academia and the industry. So this is the company's website address at the bottom. Any queries that anyone has, they can post it, or they can email through this email address. As far as basically we are concerned, basically as soon as the information is received, we aim to answer the queries, in the most efficient manner. The website of the organization is pretty much live. It's quite self-explanatory, and it has information people can go into, and I will take you through the website a bit later, basically as we go along in the session. As I said, British Institute of Postgraduate Education is an accredited partner center for NCC education, which is an off-call accredited awarding body in the UK. And as far as BIP is concerned, it is a UK training provider, and it prides itself to offer flexible and dynamic learning opportunities. And our flagship course is the Level 7 or the Postgraduate Diploma that um, can be topped up with basically with a British MBA, and the student can benefit, basically um, from the flexible approach in order to achieve an MBA without having to leave um, their in this case their family or work life commitment, or even without traveling to the UK. So there is a lot of like flexibility like built basically in the way the course and the curriculum has been designed. I talked about NCC. Basically BIPE is an accredited partner center for NCC. So I would like now to hand over to our representatives from NCC in order for them to talk about the NCC education and the partnership with BIPE. Okay.
Thank you very much, Asif, and hi everybody. And so I will start. My name's Helen Maxwell, and I'm the UK Business Development Manager for NCC Education. So thanks for joining today. If you go on to the next slide, that would be fantastic. Okay, so NCC Education, we're all about educating, inspiring and growing, and students being their true self. We're there to support our centres and learners globally. If you can take on to the next slide, that'd be fantastic. So, as I said, we've been established since 1966. So we are approaching an anniversary next year, which is very special. And we have over 200 education partners globally. So we're very, very established across the world. So we offer very established and quality qualifications from a level 2 all the way through to the top-ups, and with our partner Cardiff Met, for example, we partner to offer the MBA. If you can go on to the next slide, that would be fantastic. Okay, so as you can see here, we won't mention all of the countries that we actually work with, but as you can see from some of the examples there, we are very well established, and we have thousands of students across the world at different levels. Okay, next slide please. And just as I've mentioned here, we start from the foundation and we can go all the way through to the masters. We specialise in the business of computing, and the special thing about us, we're all a network. We all support each other. We support our centres. We support our learners. And so it's a very big network, global network, which makes us stand out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll pass on to Rebecca Bewley, who will take us on to the next part.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Rebecca. I'm Head of Partnerships at NCC Education. So I work mainly with our university partners, one of which on the call today, Cardiff Metropolitan University, to offer and to provide progression opportunities from all of the NCC qualifications. So I'll just go through the next few slides. I think it's really important in terms of, oh, sorry, if I could just ask you to go back one, please. Thank you. So it's really important to talk about what makes us unique. So NCC is an awarding organisation. We specialise in qualifications in computing and business, as Helen mentioned. But what really makes us unique is that recognition that we have. So our qualifications are internationally recognised. So wherever you are in the world, chances are that that qualification will be recognised by your local board or your local job market. The flexibility is also a really key point to our qualifications. The vast majority of what we offer can be studied flexibly, so either online, in the classroom, or a combination of both. We really do understand that, studying now is a juggle. It's, priorities are vast, and you have to commit to studying, but you should be able to do that alongside work, family life, other commitments, and the flexibility that we have alongside our partners allows for that. The other thing that makes us unique is the quality. So we are regulated by Ofqual, the Office for Qualifications and Examinations in the UK. So it does mean that our qualifications are listed on the regulated qualifications framework. And, all of that can sound maybe a bit of jargon. It may not mean much to you, but what it really means as a student is that you can be assured that the quality assurance is in place. The qualification that you are taking has been reviewed and has been deemed to be sound from a quality assurance perspective. The examinations that you take go through rigorous checks, reviews, before they actually get to you. So it's really important that we remain on that Ofqual register, because that then helps with the recognition, and it means that we can work with these university partners because they know that the qualifications are of that high standard. The qualifications have a combination of academic and vocational aspects. So a lot of what we do is really focused on being work ready, being ready for the job that you want to go into, whatever that vocation may be. We make sure that the skills are embedded within that qualification. And the progression that we have. So my role as head of partnerships is to ensure that we have as many good quality progression opportunities as possible for our students at each point of the academic journey. So with NCC, as Helen mentioned, you can start from level 2, you can then move on to level 3, you could then choose to move on to the NCC level 4, or you could take that level 3 qualification and apply directly to another higher education institution or university, both in the UK, the US, Australia, Canada, and we do also now have quite a few what we call transnational education partnerships, where UK universities have campuses in other countries overseas. So there might be one close by. And that really allows for students to, use NCC qualifications to gain that certificate, that diploma, and then move on to the next stage. So we work with those universities to recognise our qualifications, make sure that they meet the outcomes that they would expect, and that students are then eligible to join their programmes. Next slide, please. So what we offer, those British qualifications recognised by universities, but also by professional bodies and by employers worldwide. It's the ability to study locally. As Dr. Zaman mentioned, it is about being able to gain that qualification, the British standard qualification that follows the British framework from your home country, without all of the obstacles that come from, maybe having to travel, to move family, the financial implications of that, and allowing you to gain that qualification from where you are. Next slide, please. So the level 7 diploma, which is what we're talking about today, I won't go into too much detail because I'm sure we're going to go into that a little bit later. But the main thing about the level 7 qualification is that it's a diploma in business management. It's postgraduate or master's level, and it's flexible. You're able to gain 120 credits with NCC, and that will then give you a diploma in its own right, a postgraduate diploma, which equips you with all the knowledge and the skills for up-to-date management theory, and specialisms in marketing, digital marketing, information management and project management. And it really is designed for graduates or perhaps experienced managers as well. You can see here that it is a flexible structure. So you can choose to study maybe one unit to really specialise, to sort of quite short and focused 20 credits to really master a specialism. Or you can choose to do the 6 units out of 8 to gain the full diploma. And when you gain that full diploma, that then opens up the opportunity to gain a full Master of Business Administration or an MBA. by having advanced entry of those 120 credits with a choice of UK universities, and then to simply finish that MBA, you need to study a further 60 credits with those universities. Next slide, please. So, as I mentioned here, we do have a number of universities that recognise this for progression. Our main partner is Cardiff Metropolitan University, who we'll hear from shortly. And so you'll gain the 120 credits with NCC, and that's classed as part 1, effectively, before you move on to study directly with the university to complete the 60 credits. And you'll hear us refer to it as a top-up. And that really means that it's a flexible way to gain that full Masters of Business Administration qualification, the flexibility and the affordability. You know, the costs associated with coming to the UK to study a full MBA programme are astronomical. And compared to that, this is quite a flexible and affordable way of doing that. And I think that is my last slide.
Well, thank you very much, Rebecca, for that insight, and Helen as well. As per the agenda, the next I would like to pass on to Cardiff Metropolitan University, who are our top-up partner. We basically, once the student complete their level 7 diploma, they will be progressing to the top-up MBA part. So I would like to invite Cardiff Metropolitan University to come and just give an overview of the top-up part of the MBA, to see obviously what's involved. So I believe I have Mrs. Andrea Steele here, who's the program manager for the MBA Advanced Entry. Andrea, I would like to welcome you to this session. I believe I've got your stack of slides, so I will be
That would be
moving them
great.
forward. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Asif.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we can move on, this is our business. The initial picture was, as you see in my background, and it is the business school. I thought we'd just have a look at, for those of you who do not quite know where Wales is a separate country, but it is part of the UK. And Cardiff itself is the capital city of Wales. And we have a population of 360,000. It's a great city for young people. There are 3 universities in the city, so there's quite a large student population as well. But anyway, it's just west of London. So if any of you do come, and particularly for graduation, which we hope you will come for, then you will be just going west of London on the train about 2.5 hours. Next slide, please. Just 2 views of Cardiff. One looking out over the city from the bay, and the second picture, which has an old building with the new Millennium Centre behind it, which is very much how Cardiff is made up. We have a lot of new and older buildings. Cardiff was a port city in the heavy industry days, but we've long lost the steel and coal. So the whole port area has been refurbished into quite a young, vibrant area for not only tourists, but people to enjoy leisure activities, I would say. Next slide, please. This is the Millennium Building that you saw behind the older building, Pierhead building that was in front on the last slide. And this is where we hold our graduations, but it's also the home of the Welsh Opera, and we have various musicals and stage plays and such things are held there. But it's a lovely day to come out and come to graduation if you can. Next slide, please. Okay, this is actually a picture of the graduation where you just get a snapshot inside the Millennium Centre. The tell you a little bit about Cardiff Metropolitan University. It's the Times Higher University of the Year for UK and Ireland just a few years ago in 2021. And that same year, we were the Welsh University of the Year. It's the #1 university in the UK for sustainability, and that was gained in 22-23. It's ranked amongst the top modern universities in the UK and highly in the UK for international student experience. So you would be able to see that on any of the reviews of the university. The long-established institution has been around for over 150 years, started out as providing technical background courses as an institute, and then became a university some time ago. You will therefore understand why we have that reputation for professional and vocationally focused courses, and with a focus on employability, because that's very much our background. Thank you. Next slide, please. The thing that probably stands us apart is our focus on the students, and we have committed and excellent staff to support our students. And this just gives you a feel for the international reach of the university. We have some global partners, some transnational education partners, where they're delivering our courses in situ in the traditional way, but on our behalf. And then Cardiff Met overseas offices, where we have established some. Thank you. Next slide, please. There are just 2 slides here that give you a feel for how the university is placed. This is only one campus. We have 2 campuses. And this is at Llandaff, where we are the business school. And the one that backs onto the fields is actually our business management building. But we do have other courses there. Next slide, please. These are just some of our partners of the university and places where we have done some work and who have supported the university through the time. Thank you. I think that's it for the university itself. Next slide, please. So what we're really talking about today is the MBA top-up, advanced entry top-up. Provided you have all our entry requirements, which are available on the website to see, and I'm sure Asif is going to ensure that you have those things. Once you've completed the NCC program, you will have a conditional offer of waiting till you finish it, but it'll be automatic once you've completed that to be able to join the MBA top-up. So, and then there are 2 modules, but although there are 2 separate modules, research methods and the dissertation, both of which are working towards the dissertation. So you are thinking right from the beginning, you aren't doing assignments that are unrelated to what you are going to be finishing with in your research. You choose your research topic with our help. We'll guide you in trying to shape that into a research question so that you have a good start, and you will work with us and we'll work with you, I suppose is more important, in your research to complete your dissertation. You have to pass the first research methods, which is 20 credits, so that you can progress onto the dissertation, which is 40 credits. There are 6 classes, seminars, usually on a Saturday, 3 to 7, although they can occasionally change. And these are to help you with your dissertation and formulating how you want to write it. There are 2 assignments, and the first one is an expression, a toe in the water check-in. So basically, you're telling us, this is roughly what I think I'm doing in 750 words, and we'll say, yes, go ahead, or we might say, you might want to think of this or change that, helping you to focus really so that you can write a good and approved proposal, which then takes you through to the dissertation. You would have support through the research method tutors, through research methods, and then a supervisor will be allocated to you for the dissertation. The length of time is approximately 7 months if all goes well, although you do have 2 years to complete it. And if any questions occur to you after the seminar, you can email me directly, or of course at the info at BIPE, which Asif put up at the beginning for you. But I'm quite happy to answer questions as well. And that's really what you'd work with us for. I think that's it. Is there one more slide? Yeah, this is just your target. We try and encourage the students to think about where it is you're going, because it's quite a significant piece of work. And you do need to think about what you're doing and think about the information you've gathered and what it all means. So bear in mind when you are somewhat frustrated at times during the studying, this is your target, and to come to graduation, hopefully. I know it's quite an expense to come to the country with your family, but if you can, we love to see you. Thank you. Thank you, Asif.
Well, thank you very much. That was quite insightful, Andrea, and I'm very grateful for your explanation. Yes, I think basically it's very important that although there is flexibility involved in terms of the course and the way we deliver, but the quality is never compromised, and it has kept to its utmost highest standard. Yes, so thank you very much, and it's I believe it's a great opportunity for those people who have basically other work commitments that they are not able to drop everything and come to UK. So I believe it's an opportunity for them to take up. Thank you very much for that. The next thing that I have here, I would like to introduce the team. Basically of faculty that are going to be facilitating and moderating and guiding the students as far as the diploma is concerned. I would like to ask Professor Mark Good, because it is still on record, to introduce himself, and then Dr. Farooq Chaudhary, and then John William, basically to the audience so that they know about you, and then how we're going to be able to facilitate basically the learner's journey. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Asif. I won't spend too long, but I've been in academia now for probably about 35 years. I've taught somewhere in the region of about 50,000 students, about 10,000 of those at MBA level. I have 2 degrees in economics and a PhD in marketing. And my area of specialism is really digital marketing and consumer behavior. So I will be helping with one of the modules there. But what I really want to say to any would-be student is the world that we're living in now is rapidly changing. It's reckoned that we will discover more information in the next 5 years than we did in the last 5,000 years. This has got really important implications for your career, what you learn, where you learn it. And it's not really, as it was 20, 30 years ago, about learning stuff, learning theories, because Google knows all that. And AI is starting to displace many different careers, automation of many tasks. So what really I think is important is learning how to learning how to solve problems, and being able to apply theory, it's often called bridging, to particular types of problems. You may know 4 or 5 different ways to solve a problem, but you need to decide which is the best way to solve that problem. You need access to most knowledge and understanding. And we will see later on when we do a little taster session, I'm going to show you something called Did You Know, which is really about how the world is rapidly changing and some of the threats that face the world. So I've been around the block a lot. I've taught a lot of students. My main interest, I said, is digital marketing, but I'm also interested in problem solving and problem solving techniques. So I'll now pass on to Farouk, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
My name is Farouk Chaudhry, as Mark introduced me as. I am excited to be part of the faculty for BIPE. I like to echo one of the points Mark made, that we are actually now in a AI age where it's not so much about learning to display in the old fashion as we did. Now we've got so many different sources of knowledge to hand, and it is about synthesizing and distilling and synthesizing that information that is going to be sort of the challenge and requirement at the same time. I have been in academia for over 40 years. I thought Mark probably was the person who'd been longest in academia, but I think I've sort of seemed to have top trumped him. I've been in academia, as I said, for over 40 years, and I have seen a lot of changes. I have taught on many different modules and have supervised a very large number of students, postgraduate, undergraduate, postgraduate, and even doctoral students. And I think, as Mark said, that this age of information is incredibly important. One of my subject areas is marketing research or research methods, and data collection, etc. these days has become a very big challenge. Challenge not in terms of collecting data itself, but ensuring integrity and data protection requirements. And there are new ways of using information and so on. So these are the challenges that we are facing, that we need to be very mindful of, in all walks of life, including academia. When we are doing dissertations, you will probably find that you will need to focus your mind on. So yes, I'm very excited to be involved with this program. Thank you very much, Dr. Asif.
Yes, thank you. I would like to ask Dr. John Williams to come and say a few words. Thank you.
Okay, my name, as I've said, is John Williams. My background began, I guess I've spent about 30 years working in industry, mostly the high-tech sectors, biotechnology and healthcare. And after that 30 years, I moved into academia, and I've spent the last 25 years teaching in several universities, including overseas. I guess one of my favorite and most interesting spots was a 4-year sabbatical I had at Australia's #1 university, University of Melbourne Business School, and 4 years down there, as well as the nice weather, was a particularly interesting time and an opportunity to work with some of the overseas companies as well. I guess across the 55 years, the other thing that I've been very fortunate to do is I've had the opportunity to work with somewhere between 150 and 200 private sector companies where I've done projects on strategy development and operations management. And as my colleagues have said, a lot has changed over the last 50 plus years. I'm moving into part-time work now, so this opportunity has come up to help Dr. Asif, and I'm quite happy to be doing this. So I'll be working with him on the delivery of probably some of the core modules in my specialization, particularly things like strategy. That's enough about me, I think. I'll hand back to Dr. Asif.
Well, thank you very much, all of you, basically for introducing your background, because it is very important that the people who come on basically on the modules and on the program, they need to be known that they are catered by an academic faculty which is qualified, which has the experience, not just about the business world, basically in the world of academia, but they have other experiences as well. So it's quite comforting to have amazing people like yourself on board, as far as this program is concerned. So I just want to take a couple of minutes and just talk about the postgraduate diploma. It is an MBA route that, as mentioned previously, that it will help your career growth. For example, it will lock opportunities to work abroad. It can enhance your CV. And as far as a qualification like MBA is concerned, basically there is no business in the world that does not require basically in one shape or the form, where the business and management, is not an integral part of their operation. As far as the diploma is concerned, it's very, very flexible. People can take it in their own time. The opportunity is there, because there will be resources provided in order for the learners to enhance their knowledge beyond the module. So there will be a lot of, extracurricular activities that will be provided. As far as the diploma is concerned, if I could take you through this like a slide again, where basically, so the diploma aims for the candidate to complete 6 modules or unit, 20 credit each. So as soon as they've completed the 6 modules and they will gain 120 credit, they will be issued a diploma in business and management, and that diploma can be taken further to complete the final 60 credit of 180 credit in order to get a British MBA. So as far as the makeup of the diploma is concerned, out of the 8 modules that are listed in front of you, for example, strategic management, corporate finance and decision making, digital marketing and communication, leadership and people and change, information system and knowledge management, project management and international marketing strategy, entrepreneurship and innovation. So the student need to take any of those 6 modules, but the first 2 modules, strategic management and corporate finance and decision making, are core and compulsory module for the British Institute of Postgraduate Education, because as educators, we believe, having spent over a decade in teaching, the master's program on the ground, basically we believe, and it's a consensus, that an MBA graduate should at least have the core information about strategic management and corporate finance and decision making, because they are an integral part of all the other areas of the business. So it's important, and that is so that has been decided. So as far as the modules are concerned, the assessment of the modules, there are no examinations as such. because basically we understand that people who are like working professionals, they need to take their time to learn the core concepts, and they need to learn and understand how the important core element of each modules are the concepts, the models. And the important thing for an MBA graduate or a postgraduate diploma graduate, they need to understand not just the theory, it is the application which matters in the real world. So there will be a lot of emphasis on that. So as I said, there will be no examination. They're all assignment based, hence they will be quite a lot of study skills techniques and study skills sessions will be provided on top of these modules for us to understand that the students can they have the basic competency in terms of reading skills and writing skills and critical thinking skills that are integral part of academia, because those are the skills, those are the soft skills that translate into the hard skill in the real world. So a lot of help will be provided. And as far as although the whole program is based online, but as far as British Institute of Postgraduate Education is concerned, what we have decided amongst the faculty that every module, when you think about, for example, basically strategic management, every module, basically we have made it compulsory for the learners to attend basically one tutorial, online tutorial, to complete. So for example, for every module, the students are expected to at least attend 4 online live sessions to enforce their learning and to get to hear and learn from the academic faculty. So because it's not about the textbook on the material, it is about gaining the first-hand experience from an experienced academic and a practitioner, so that all of those concepts, they have a bridge in terms of from the theory to the practice. So in summary, for every module, you are expected to at least attend basically one online class for an hour every week. So it means, so every module you need to attend 4 sessions online in order for us to make sure if you have any questions and queries basically during your reading time or your exercises or your formative assessment. Assessments basically which are not graded, they are called formative assessments, and summative assessments are the ones which are graded. So at the end of every module there is an assignment. A 3,000 word assignment is expected as part of a summative assessment or graded assessment. So we want to make sure every single learner is prepared, after they've gone through the material of every module. They understand the concept, they understand the theory, they understand the application, and they understand the case studies and all of that. So all of that needs to be catered for before they are going to attempt that 3,000 word assignment. And in those assignments, what we are looking at, critical reading skills, theoretical base underpinning, synthesis, and all of that. So those part of those core skills become the foundation for you to take as part of this diploma is concerned. So having said that, after you've completed the module, the 4 tutorial, and you've completed the module cycle, then you can take up to 4 to 6 months to complete your assignment. We're not expecting you to complete the 3,000 word assignment at the end of the week 4. So that is the teaching part or the learning part. And after you complete that, basically you'll have the flexibility in order for you to complete the assignment, and you can take up to 3 to 6 months in order for you to submit your assignments. So the assignments have a specific cycle and a process. So all of the assignment needs to be submitted to BIP Consulting or to like British Institute of Postgraduate Education, and we will submit those assignment to NCC, to an independent body. They will mark and they will check the assignment, and the grades will be issued accordingly based on the academic calendar. So we do not mark your assignment, we do not grade you. We are only here to deliver the module and the content, and to ensure that you understand the content of the module. So the marking, the grading, and everything, is done independently to uphold the quality assurance. So I hope that makes sense. And as far as the diploma is concerned, the diploma certificate, the example diploma certificate, basically it's in front of you. You can see, it will say NCC Education Level 7 Diploma in Business and Management, qualification number, and your name, and then our logo as BIPE, postgraduate, institution. So it will be an official certificate. There will be transcript as well, and this certificate and this transcript will become the basis of your application to the Top-Up MBA, which was talked about and by Andrea Steele earlier on, Cardiff Met representative. So I hope that makes sense. Although there are a number of universities, as NCC talked about, that basically you could take up the Top-Up MBA, but as far as British Institute of Postgraduate Education, we have an arrangement of partnership with Cardiff Metropolitan University. So we are, basically of the view that their top-up basically would be kind of like feasible for the majority of diploma holder graduates. So I just wanted to make sure that we understand. Other than that, we have University of Plymouth and University of Gloucestershire, and then there are a lot of institutions under the articulation agreement, as it says, that the learners have the opportunity to go and take up the top-up part anywhere else. So as far as the fee structure is concerned, so this is the fee structure I would like to highlight. On the left-hand side, it tells you that that in order to get a postgraduate diploma, basically you need to do 6 modules that will equate to 120 credits, and that will give you a postgraduate diploma, and that can be the entry requirement to the Top-Up MBA. So as far as the fee structure is concerned, so the cost of the diploma is right in front of you, and then if you wanted to progress the Top-Up MBA under the current fee structure of Cardiff Met, so that is the top-up fee for Cardiff Met, and then subsequently the top-up fee for Plymouth University is in front of you. So if you wanted to do the complete diploma and the Top-Up MBA with Cardiff Metropolitan University, so the total cost is going to be 7,980. Or if you wanted to go with in this case Plymouth University, so the total cost is going to be 10,200. So there is a bit of a discount available if people pay upfront, so they could get a 5% discount on the diploma fee, and obviously the top-up fees is paid directly to Cardiff Metropolitan University. And as far as the diploma is concerned, that fee can be paid in 6 equal installments. So there are different models of financing, and people can inquire, and they could talk to us, and there are so we will always find a way in order basically for the fees to be structured, the cost of the diploma and the top-up. So there is quite a lot of flexibility, is inbuilt. As far as the entry requirement is concerned, there are different routes to enter. So the first route is quite straightforward. If you have a bachelor's degree in the relevant subject, either from UK or any other non-UK recognized. So yes, you can come on the diploma, but if you do not have the relevant degree, for example, you might have a degree in engineering, or you might have a degree in biomedical sciences, then as long as basically you have at least 3 years of management experience or work experience of of some sort, that will also qualify for you to enter this postgraduate diploma. The third route is that that people who do not have any formal qualification, those working professionals who have never had the opportunity to go to, for example, a higher education, they could also come onto the diploma program, provided they can prove at least 5 years of relevant experience, and they can produce an evidence of that, so they are able to come and embark on this diploma. As far as for all of these routes, English language proficiency is very, very important, because the medium of diploma, of this postgraduate diploma, is English. So we expect people to have English proficiency. So there will be an English entry test for the diploma, so that will be administered at the time of admission to the diploma. But before you can apply for the Top-Up MBA, it is a requirement of all the UK higher education universities, or the institution, the candidate, in order for them to go onto the Top-Up program, they must have an IELTS of 6.5 or equivalent to enter the Top-Up MBA program. So I think, as far as the guidance of getting the IELTS done through the course of our diploma, I will be providing pointers and guidance how you can gradually prepare as part of your diploma, so that you are able to meet the criteria of that 6.5 IELTS in order for you to be able to get admission on the Top-Up MBA. I hope that is clear. So as far as the enrollment is concerned, as far as the enrollment on the diploma is concerned, please visit our website. And on the website, there is a space for you to fill the form in. And then when that form is filled in, then basically we will receive your information, and we will contact you with any further instructions. So if I just bring you the website, as I said to you earlier, I want to show you the website so that it tells you that how to navigate yourself on the website. So this is British Institute of Postgraduate Education website. So on this website, there are two areas, education and corporate. So if you go into the education section, it will explain quite a bit of everything that I've been talking to you about. The important thing here is if you want to enroll on the diploma, so there's a big red button here. It says enroll now. So when you press that, it will take you to a form. So please fill in all the information to the best of your ability, and press like submit. As soon as we receive your query, we will be in touch with you. On the same page, there are two important documents which you can download. So for example, download our fact sheet. So this tells you about everything that basically we've been telling you about. And Cardiff Metropolitan University 60 credit Top-Up. And then just for you to have that information to hand. And then if you want to have a more elaborative information, there is a download information pack which you can download, and it will give you, all of that information that I've been displaying before you. So this is the website. The information is all here. If you go onto contact us page, we've got the basic mission and vision. And then I've got my profile here as well, so you could check that out. So let me just go back to my presentation. And I believe we have come to a point where I want to just quickly talk about the enrollment process. So basically, we need attested copies of any prior qualification that you have, 2 reference letters, one from your employer or from your professor or from your teacher, passport copy, or or a national ID that you have, a CV, having all your correct information and detail, a personal statement covering in the CV about your business, your experience in the real life. So these are some of the documents we will be guiding you basically once you send us the query to us. As far as the fee structure is concerned, if you do go on to the installment plan, no, there is no. So the installment plan does not incur any interest as like anything else, in the UK. So those installment will be divided equally, basically without any interest payment, charge on the total fees. Okay. Any queries, please get in touch with us, with our email, info@bipeducation.com, so that we can get back to you. So I hope the process of application, about the organization and the opportunity that you have to either enhance your career, or take yourself to the next level, in terms of your professional career. I think there is a great opportunity here. The next thing that we have on our agenda is an orientation session by Professor Mark Good. And the title of this orientation session is Technological Development. And I believe, Mark, do I have to play this video, as you said?
I am, but just before you show the video, I just want to make just a few little notes. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay. First of all, there are 2 digital resources that anybody attending this launch session will get. Asif and I have been working on a digital condensed book on marketing and strategy. It's only partly completed at the moment, but it's about 28 pages long, so everybody gets a free copy of that. There's also a document that contains around about 25 of my favorite YouTube videos. Now, whether you come on the course or not, one thing that I do as part of my development is I try to read as many newspapers as I can, stay up to date, but I always watch 1 or 2 YouTube videos a week, and the favorite ones I like to watch are the TED videos. If you've never watched a TED video before, they're on all different sorts of subjects, and it allows you to keep up to date with really what's going on in the world. Now, there are lots and lots of things changing in the world, but there are also lots of threats in the world. It looked like about 20 years ago, one of the biggest threats was overpopulation. And it looked like that the world's population was going to rise exponentially, well above 7-8 billion. That's not going to happen. In fact, we face the reverse. And in many countries, the birth rate is falling through the floor. And we're leading to societies, particularly in developed countries, G7, G10 type countries, where population's going down, but population is aging. We're ending up with an awful lot more older people. And there are all sorts of reasons for this, the cost of having children and the demands of careers and whatever. But we've also got things like climate change, and we've got energy issues and energy problems. But I don't want you to feel down about this, because all these provide unbelievable opportunities to entrepreneurial people. If you could solve the energy problem, you would be an incredibly rich person. So what I want to do is just to mention those two digital resources. Asif and I will also be putting YouTube videos up probably once every 2 weeks in a sort of a question and answer type scenario, where we will look at modern things like cryptocurrencies, like big data, like artificial intelligence and driverless cars and some of these types of things. Not all of them will come to fruition, but the rise of artificial intelligence will create thousands of new jobs, but it will also destroy thousands of others. So what we're going to just briefly do is have a quick look at this video called "Did You Know?" And it's a video I often show to my students right at the start of me teaching courses, whether they're doing a PhD with me or they're doing an undergraduate course, because it really summarizes how things are changing. So Asif, if you'd like to press play.
There has never been a bigger force for change than technology. It changes absolutely everything about the way we live, the way we get around, the way we eat, even the way we talk to each other.
Okay, so I hope that's enlightened you. Some of the things that are going to happen. AI is not going to take away all the jobs. AI is going to create a lot of jobs. Some jobs will disappear, but new jobs will develop. So I hope you've enjoyed that.
Yes, thank you very much for everyone to be here today, and I hope basically you'll be able to ask any questions, based on the information provided. We will put this video recording up on the company's YouTube channel, and just do get in touch. And I would like to thank everyone basically once again, for your participation and your time here to introduce yourself and the organization. And we hope to see everyone again, and hopefully, get on to the mission of the organization, which is changing lives around the world, democratization of education, taking education to places where people are not fortunate enough to be able to avail those opportunities. And I hope through British Institute of Postgraduate Education, in conjunction with this partnership with Cardiff Metropolitan University, we will create graduates which are going to make a difference in the world and beyond. So having said that, thank you very much, everyone, and have a good afternoon. Basically, we will certainly see each other again. And good luck to all of us. And I would like to basically just thank everyone for their time again. Thank you. Thank you very much. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.